So today we are reviewing Replit. We're going to do a website teardown, but I'm going to show you how it came about that we are reviewing Replit. Okay, so I went on LinkedIn like one does, and Sam Parr, who ran the Hustle, started the Hustle, sold it to HubSpot. He posted this thing about Hampton, which is his like membership community, right? Um, Talking about stuff that people are building with Cursor, and then I comment with my kind of story. I haven't coded in 4 years, but I have a CS background. I basically spun up this last mile delivery app just to help out my friend who was working on last mile delivery stuff. And it was really impressive. And the last thing I said was the final part of this process is that is still annoying is deployments, setting up environments, right? So someone, but once someone makes that part easy, it's truly going to enable anybody to build whatever they want. So Sam said this is cool. So
Absolutely, yeah.
yeah, I agree, Sam. I appreciate that. Alex Stanton gives some good feedback. But my boy Peter Kang, shout out to Peter. I don't think I've seen Peter in a long time, but um, he said Replit's done a nice job of making deployments and environment setups easy. So here we are. I just signed up for Replit, so I've already gone through the site, but I'll give you my product marketing feedback on Replit's webpage. Um, Now that I know a little bit more about Replit, something I've seen so many times, but for some reason, there's so many tools right now. It's really hard to decipher what is really good and what is just like, you know, uh, just a copy of what's been going on. But Replit to me seems like the real deal. So we're gonna review this page. We review the hero and the full page. This is what we do at Go to Guild. If you need that for your business, check out gotoguild.com. So okay, let's get started. Build software faster. Cool. High level, that is what we want to do. It's for people who already build software, um, which I guess there's argument that it could be for people who don't build software already, so they wouldn't be building faster. Like finally build software or something like that. Build software at the speed of your mind or something like that. Like it could be a tagline that really is all encompassing. It depends on which segment of the market Replit is trying to get at. They're probably just trying to get developers onboarded and then eventually even broaden the scope. With some of the new stuff I saw that they have, you really don't need to be a developer to do any of this stuff. It is nuts. It's truly nuts. Replit is an AI-powered software development and deployment platform for building, sharing, and shipping software fast. That's great. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Sign up for free, get a business demo. Cool. Getting a business demo.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
I'm good. I'm good. I'll just try it. Thank you. All right. So I'm just going to sign up. So there's a little preview. This doesn't really count as the hero to me because you have your call to actions here. Your call to actions to me kind of separate the hero from the rest of the page typically. So if this, I think they could have taken this and put it up here. I don't know why sites don't do this more, but I really think a 2-column setup is how most B2B sites should be. You have your hero text, you have your kind of explanation and like value prop text, you have your call to actions, and then you have a preview or some kind of indication of what the product is like. There, you might have the thing that's missing from here is some social proof above the fold. Who's using it? How many people are using it? Why are they using it? How do they feel about it? Pictures of people, logos, something that lets people know that this is some legit software. Because some people are going to come to this page and I've definitely come to this page before and left. I've definitely come to this page before and left. This is not my first time coming on Replit's site, but because somebody recommended it to me and said, this is exactly what you are looking for, that's why I took longer than 4 seconds to read the website, right? And people are getting inundated with content. AI is making it so easy to make content and push things out. you have less and less time to convince somebody to stay on your website, right? So you got to capture them as quickly as possible. And that's why we are focusing on video, because I see video as the main way to communicate authentically to people. That's why I've been doing 300 of these videos, because I think people can see that I know what I'm talking about. I spent many hours analyzing companies, and you can just watch through it and see if I say something stupid, and you can just wait till I say something stupid. It doesn't take that long to see me say something stupid, but I think people can learn a little bit more about me because of the video. Anyway, so our scoring scale, typically a 7 is I understand the product, 8 is I understand the differentiation, and then 9 is I am ready to sign up right now. I don't need to see anymore. So I understand what it is. You can build software faster, which is exactly what I want to do. So in my mind, right now, I see this as like a cursor competitor. It's just like another thing for an IDE that lets you, code with some AI support. It says software development and deployment platform, building, sharing, and shipping software fast. So the deployment platform and the shipping software fast, to me, is a clear differentiator. That is not a part of, well, I guess Cursor does have terminal technically, so it could deploy, but I don't think Cursor would call itself a deployment platform. So I do see this as above an 8. Am I ready to sign up right away? I don't think I fully closed the loop as to why this is valuable yet, or how valuable it is. If I'm just in the mindset of I've only seen this, and because I've seen a little bit more of the page, I've watched a couple videos, I do know that there's more to it, but I don't think it's being communicated here yet. So this is probably a high 8. This is like an 8.7, which is a pretty good score. So clap it up. 8.7 on the hero. That's an almost goated score. It's not quite goated. But some room for improvement. So, all right. So typically we go into the rest of the page, and there's usually a couple questions I have.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
So I want to see a preview video. That's what I like to see personally, of Replit in action. I want to understand the different feature sets and what's possible. I'd like to see some output from Replit. What have people built with Replit? Because the criticism I've seen from people is like, oh, with Cursor and all these tools, you just build some like throwaway stuff. You're not building real software on it, which I think is ridiculous. Like, you can build if AI can generate one line of code, it can generate thousands of lines of code. Like, there's no difference at that point. It's really about how you instruct AI to build things for you. It's like a surgeon that has a robotic scalpel, and it just like goes to the scalpel. It's like, do surgery right now. It's like that's not how life works. You still need to have some knowledge and instruct it. So I think that's also something I want to see on the page. I want to see some social proof of people who are legit, preferably programmers in the industry, who typically review things. I'd like to see their take on it. And then most companies aren't willing to do this, but I think strong companies is have comparison pages for Replit against Cursor, against Copilot, against everything else that's out there, Claude Dev, whatever else people are using, to be able to say, this is why you want to choose us over the clear competitors. We're confident enough to tell you about them on our own webpage because we know we're better. To me, that speaks volumes about the company. And I like to hear a little bit about what they care about and kind of where their vision is. I don't think that's something most people care about, but I care about it because it helps me understand, like, should I invest time into Replit? Does it look like they're just going to flip this to Google and be done with it? Do they have a particular plan? I don't want to invest time and energy into learning a platform and getting good at it and then get screwed over. So that has happened before multiple times. So that's like a personal thing. But Okay, let's get started. Okay, so you got your some Python on the left, web view. Oh, cool. And then this is the AI part. Oh, wow. Oh, shit.
God damn, homie.
Oh, man. This should have been in the hero. This would have given it a 9 for me. This would have given it a 9 for me. Because everything you want is in one place. I didn't know they had the web view thing. It's like the artifacts that they have on Claude. And you can see, oh, this is so good. Oh my God.
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
This is good. This is really good. This is because the local setup thing, there are a lot of times, okay, I'm ashamed to admit this, a lot of times I can't get my local setup working, so I just keep deploying. I just keep deploying it because I like locally stuff is fucked up, so I'm just like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. So I'm just like, I'm not even gonna deal with that. I'm just gonna have the main database. So like, yeah, sometimes I do that just because it's easier. I just care about getting the right code out, and sometimes
Shit's getting way too complicated for me.
so I do like that. Everything you need to build software in one place, create and deploy websites, automations, internal tools, data pipelines, and more in any programming language without setup, downloads, or extra tools, all in a single cloud workspace with AI built in. Wow.
Well, allow me to retort.
There's nothing to retort. That is everything I'd want. Websites, automations, internal tools. I don't even care about data pipelines. So here's some social proof. I actually don't know these people. We use Replit internally to prototype new types of assistants before pushing them to production. Allows it to rapidly deploy our environment and try out new features, making sure they work in production and in our SDKs. Great quote. These images are a little bit small. But yeah. Weights and biases, I've heard of weights and biases. We chose Replit because we needed a service that let us quickly build, host, and test person of color. Oh man, they're testing a person of color. I know it's proof of concept, commenters, redditors, but acronyms. The smartest thing Elon's ever said. Acronyms are worthless. But I digress. Build software together. Collaborate online and offline. Build, review, and debug code in the same environment. Leave comments and chat through problems with others. And I believe this is in the browser. You can code in the browser. So I can just roll up anywhere. Go to the public library. Bust a app real quick. Bring your repos to life. That's cool. I don't really care. I mean, it's cool, but
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you
We don't care. Jerry.
Replit AI, your partner in code. Build software faster. Replit AI. Use AI to debug, autocomplete, and generate code through conversation.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. I actually didn't know that this was a thing. I think this might be a new feature, which is why this AI, if people think AI is a fad, you are so wrong. I'm trying to tell some people and they're like, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to. It's like people were trying to tell me that about crypto. And I kind of resisted crypto, which I still feel justified for. I think blockchain is massively interesting, but I think most crypto is not. But this is different. Like, this is different. people are able to implement stuff so quickly. Natural language to code. Use Replit AI in chat, inline to architect your project, generate code, or debug any errors. Which models does it use? That's kind of what I'm interested in understanding. Trusted AI code complete. This is AI state-of-the-art language model is trained on 15 plus of the top programming languages. Okay. Debug with precision. Cool. Prototype to launch. Never start from scratch with templates for popular programming languages like JavaScript and Python. That's kind of one of the things I wanted to do is, you know, I think there was like a bunch of boilerplate apps back in the day. I had like my own, I think it's on my GitHub still. I had like a Sinatra boilerplate for logins and just like some basic website setups, kind of front end wise. But yeah, if I had like, you know, my Firebase back end plus login for an app thing, because I think most apps are login, payments, string together a couple APIs, CRUD input, data transformation is like 90% of apps, right? So I think at some point it should be easy to do that. I don't really think there's a tool that's great at it, to be honest, but yeah, the idea of templates I think is cool. I like the graphics. I like the way they break up the monotony of the page by kind of flipping how these things look. Connect and build from everywhere. That's crazy. That is
Jam!
Shout out to Ivan from Code Anywhere, which I think has changed its name. But this concept of being able to code and deploy on the phone. Oh my God. I built a brand on the bus the other day with a guy I met on the bus, and he was blown away. It's like took us 15 minutes to come up with a brand name, create some about page copy, make a couple designs, put those designs on a t-shirt. Like, it's crazy. From idea to production, host any project without complex setups with Replit deployments. Everyone can launch production-ready applications right from the workspace. This is one, like, I want to maybe I don't need to understand it, but I always have problems with, like, packages not being set up properly, or because of the type of Mac I have, certain things are dependent on something else, and this is broken, and you got a sudo to get in here, all this nonsense. I'm just like,
Come on, don't bullshit me.
so if this works, I mean, I'm skeptical that this works as perfectly as they're saying. I'm just being honest. I'm skeptical of that. Maybe they got it. Maybe. We'll find out. 30 million software creators. Trusted by 30 million software creators. That should be, hell yeah, that should be up here. That's like the biggest number, and it's at the bottom of the page. Is 30 million, wait a second. Is 30 million just, okay, maybe that's not what I thought it was. I thought that was how many people are using Replit. Nah, 30 million would be crazy. Nah, I'm bugging. It can't be. But I don't know. I hope 30 million people are using it, because this is awesome, man. Like I've said multiple times, so you can check out the last post on the Go to Guild blog. I will link to it up top. But having a picture, having kind of a high level understanding of who this person is, how they live, is helpful. Helps humanize these testimonials, not just some little crappy app icon type thing. Case studies would be cool, because this is something that there's excitement around and you can explain a little bit better. So if Replit wants to do a video case study, I would happily make one for y'all for free. Just hit me up. Frank@gotoguild.com. Happy to do it. Security every step. Endpoint security, nice. SOC 2. SOC 2. Gotta have the SOC 2, baby. When I see SOC 2 on a web page, I'm like, these people are legit. So what are we giving this page? Oh, there's a mobile app too. Are you kidding me? Bro, what? What? Oh my god. Oh, what a time to be alive, man. And the pricing is pretty reasonable. $10 a month for the yearly. You save 180. I hate that every website defaults to yearly. It's freaking annoying. But $25 a month for something like this is totally fair. So my space is running low, but we're gonna give this page, I give it a 9.2, guys. This is goated. This is a goated site. This is a goated app. They are goated ones. Buy the merch, people. Goatedones.com. I'm very impressed with Replit. I'm gonna give it a try right now. I'm gonna see what I can build. That was another post on LinkedIn, which I will show y'all. It's investor Hadley. He said, if anyone is building an email bot that summarizes all the communication from my kids' schools and only notifies me when I actually have to do something, you got your first design partner right here. And so a lot of people laughed because they think it's a joke. 32 people thought it was a joke. It's not a joke, actually. Actually, I have an inbox with a ton of emails, and I have to read through and parse and figure out which ones do I have to reply to. I was applying to a ton of jobs, and one of the jobs I applied to had sent me a request saying, hey, loved your resume, can you book a time to talk with me? And I'm like, oh crap, this was not in my main primary folder. This was in another one because they're using some software that technically has an unsubscribe link. So I was like, oh, I missed that. Right? So decided I was gonna work on it. And yeah, so could be a to-do inbox that only shows you the action items from emails. Jesse Middleton, shout out to Jesse, said I like this idea. Who liked it? I liked it. Cool. So I'm gonna try out Replit and see. I'm gonna use Replit for the whole thing, even the ideation part of it. I'm gonna use Replit for the whole thing and see how it turns out. It's gonna be called That Action. Thataction.life, because it's for people that don't just want to talk, don't want to send long flowy emails. We're about that action. You understand? Replit 8.7 on the hero, 9.2 or 9.2 on the page. Wrap it up. I'm gonna try Replit. It is replit.com, replit.com. As always, brush your teeth, walk in the corner. Go to gotoguild.com, book a time to chat with me about product marketing for your business. Happy to help for free and give as much game as I can. Denbo out.